Hey, this week the devil's in the details. We got the driver's side door off and the door jamb needed a lot of work. It just needed a little bit of TLC to get it ready for paint. So I spent some time with some body filler, some glazing compound, and a whole lot of hand sanding to get this door jamb in shape for paint. So if you're interested in seeing how we got this done this week, stay tuned. Welcome back to Restoring Christine. We're working on a 56 Bel Air again this weekend, getting ready to apply a coat of paint. It's been a long journey to get to this point, and where I'm at now is I'm taking off the fenders and the doors and the hood this weekend, and I'm going to do some body work on the cowl, body work in the door jambs. We're going to get all those nether regions on the firewall, the places where they don't typically show until you open the door or you open the hood, and that's where the details matter that take a good paint job to a great paint job. And that's what I'm going to work on this week. I'm going to be doing a lot of body work in those little nether regions. I'm going to apply some seam sealer where the old seam sealer is. It's a lot of just laborious detail work. It's not a lot to explain. It's just work that we have to get done. So that's what I'm doing this weekend. I'm documenting this video. It's probably be a lot of time lapse and a lot of music. So here you go. You can watch me work. I think I'm most of the way there on this door jamb cowl area right here. I got all the corners taken care of. I picked up a can of Impact High Build Primer. I don't like the rattle cans that you get from the auto parts store. This came from the paint supply store that I'm buying all my materials from, Mike and Jerry's. And they this is by Impact, so this is compatible with my top coat that I'm going to use. So I do have a little bit of high build Roberlo primer left, but the DTM but I just don't feel like busting out the spray gun and doing all that. So I'm just going to hit the rattle can in these few little spots and see how it looks. So I know I'm probably going to have to come back and fine sand this. I'm also probably going to have to come back with a little bit of the putty. So I have what a Upol 2-part putty, glazing putty, and it's really great. So, but right now I'm just going to try to get all of this stuff coated so I can see what I'm doing, because I am definitely at a point where I can't really see the flaws. You know, I have metal and filler and primer, and so I can't see the little flaws in what I'm doing right now. And when I do this, they show up. So I can see I need a few little dots in here and there. So I'll get those next. Right now this is looking really good. And you noticed I did a lot of this sanding with my hand. I used a foam block. I used a 6-inch Durablock. But some places I just use my hand, because all of this is in these little crevices that nobody's really gonna see. So I'm not really too worried about waviness, you know, over here in the cowl. I mean, come on, it's a cowl. So I got these little flaws I need to pick up, and I'll take care of those with the Upol putty. But I want to see these door jambs looking good, and they do. I think they do. So this is the first part. I'm going to do the same thing with the other door jamb. Take that door off. I'm going to do the same thing with the firewall already got looking nice. I welded up some stuff, but now I need to go back with, now that I have the seam sealer, I'll seam seal it. I'll probably do that with masking tape and do that cleanly. But we're getting closer. So anyway, it's all a process. All right, so I got a little piece of 320 now that everything's been primed. 320 grit. I hit it with 40, 80, and 180, and everything you saw me do in that time lapse. But now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lightly sand everything with this 320, all the primer, and that way it'll show up my little tiny flaws a lot better. And then I'm going to pull out the Upol glazing putty. I love that stuff, so I'm going to show you that up close and personal. And then I'm going to call this one a day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sand all of this down a little bit with the 320, and then we'll move on. When we get this done, I'll come back to you in just a second. All right, I promised you this glazing putty. This is Upol Dolphin Glaze, UP0714. It's a 2-part glaze. It's a real thin filler. It's like toothpaste, and you just mix up a little bit, something like that, maybe a little bit more, about like that. And it's got a hardener. Mix the hardener in, and it's a much better glazing compound than the other types. I've used Bondo, I've used Impact has one. It's not 2-part, at least not the one that I used. This is a 2-part. So this is really nice for filling in the little tiny imperfections, and I'm going to go all the way around the door jamb, and I'm going to fill them just like you would with body filler. So let's go ahead and find our flaws. I know I've got some I saw up here. I know I noticed that. Up in here. You know, it spreads so easily. Like that. I had all down this B pillar. I had some divots that are going to show up. I think they're just body dimples. Can't imagine that they weren't like that to start. I guess it's just the quality of 1956 versus what we're used to today. Had a little spot down here. Let's see if I can move the camera. Little spot right here. I know that's also just the quality of the body, but you know, I'm going to overdo it. Christine's not going to be a show car, but it is going to be as beautiful of a garage build as you will ever see. I hope. That's my goal. Let's see, I think I had some more flaws down at the bottom. Down here. This is not much, but a little bit. I'm going to put some seam sealer in all these crevices because I think that's what it would have been from the factory. I'm not sure. But that's what I'm going to do. Can't get in that one crevice. Fortunately, it's not crazy hot today. I think I had something in here. Let's see. And then I have a whole bunch where nobody's going to see. But might as well do it. I've got some extra putty on the board. It's this little stuff that slows you down, you know, painting the car, wanting to paint the car. You want it to be done right. This is why I don't work on a schedule. You know, I've been threatening to paint the car for a long time now, and I am not on a schedule. I am on a just get her done track, and you know, it's going to be ready when it's going to be ready. It's really hard to get in the crevices. Had a little, I think, a little line from some trash or something, but it's looking really good. A little divot there on the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and let this cure, then sand it, and then prime it, and we'll be done. Alright, back to the primer. So, got a few more flaws that I missed, but I'll come back again. I think you get the idea. Well, look how pretty that looks. Well, I got a video, I'll put the link up there when I repaired this A-pillar. That came out nice. Really nice. Yeah, there you go. That looks better. Much better. Yeah, look at that. Alright. Make sure we get a good coat of primer on everything. And then after I get all the flaws done, then I'm going to come back with the seam sealer. Just not ready to do that just yet. Yep, looking good. Well, I appreciate everybody that watches my channel. I appreciate you sticking with me. Appreciate your interest in my channel and everything that I do. That's gonna do it. Stuff works great. I'm full of dust. It's been a long day. You know, it's like deep, tedious, detailed work. But anyway, that's gonna do it for today. Hope you got something out of it. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back at it next week. If you're enjoying the videos, please give them a thumbs up. If you're enjoying the channel, how about a subscription? And until I see you next time, please take care of yourself. Cheers.